Yo, what's going on, everybody? AG back again with Man of the Match, episode number 9. So last episode, you guys saw me upgrade 2 positions. We brought in CDM Kamara, and we brought in Striker Imagahara. So we're gonna jump straight into our matches for today. And as you guys can see from the ratings, they're pretty close by. And I think that's what's gonna start happening. Is as we put more gold and silvers into the squad, they're going to be more and more even matched, which makes sense. So here we got a gold Brazilian and some bronze. So I guess he's building towards a gold Brazilian squad. But you guys are going to see me with this episode is I'm going to be doing quite a bit of strategy, I guess. So my strategy so far has always been to get off to the attack early. And I think this will help with the second part of my new strategy, which is to pair people with my strikers who have pace to allow them to get easy goals. So here you saw me move my right mid, Stewart, to striker and switch him with the Magahara in hopes that Aubameyang will continue to get behind defenses and be able to sort of sweat, we could say, or drop off easy passes to Stewart and even Bostock. So in this case, you see Bostock get a decent shot that bounces off the keeper. And here we get a point blank from Stewart that misses, that he kicks right into the keeper. And the secondary shot by Bostock doesn't look too good either. But we end up with 6 shots on target, 8 in total in the first half, which was actually pretty good. But the problem that I was having was Aubameyang was actually getting closer and closer to actually scoring goals, even when not trying. So I switched him at half with Imagahara in hopes that I could play a little bit harder and not have to worry about whether Imagahara gets goals like I would with Aubameyang, because I don't want to upgrade him. So here we get a lucky shot with Johnson, who's the left back, and I actually thought about putting him at striker since he got a goal, but in the end I decided not to. But one thing I did notice when I took Aubameyang from up front is that my attack just completely died, basically. All my passes were horrible, and my strikers were not doing anything at that point, which were Stewart and Imagahara. And here you see Robinho get a pretty nice-looking goal here, which made me move Aubameyang back to striker along with Stewart. And Imagahara slid back to mid. But here, Imagahara actually gets a goal in the 90th minute, which I hoped would help him get man of the match. But unfortunately it does not, and actually his goalkeeper ended up getting it. So I sort of thought about it, and it made complete sense because I was getting more shots on goals, but no actual goals themselves. So what was happening was I was actually just getting his goalkeeper a lot of like easy and free saves, which cost me man of the match. As you can see, Aubameyang had the best rating, but again, his goalie beat us both, so no man of the match in that one. So we jump into our next match, and I'm sort of at this point like rethinking strategy, right? Because that one didn't seem to work. So we see the squad, and it actually looks pretty solid. I mean, pretty close to ours anyway. With Giovinco, that's who we're obviously going to be keeping our eye on. So we get into the match, and again, we want to strike early. So go at him, go directly at him, get it to the pace strikers, and then get an easy goal, right? So we jump out to the 1-0 lead in the 33rd minute, and in the 3rd minute, excuse me, and we don't switch out this time. So instead, I keep Aubameyang in the front in hopes that I can get Bostock and Imagahara some easier goals. So here you'll see a perfect example of the strategy at work. So that was a pretty easy goal with Aubameyang, but I couldn't score it, and instead tried to drop it off to Imagahara, who messes it up. So again, Aubameyang is able to get past the defense, which should be a pretty easy goal, but of course I don't want to upgrade him, so I drop it off again, and he completely blows it this time. So that was sort of the way that the match sort of went. What I tried to do was get Aubameyang like he did both times behind the defense, and then try to get a pass, try to sneak something in there so that I can get somebody else a goal. So I switched Imagahara after he missed twice with Ben Lincolnson, who was my left mid this time, and that didn't really seem to work out either. It actually kind of seemed to throw my whole chemistry in a whack, because he came out pretty strong in the second half, and Giovinco actually found 2 quick goals here into the 60th minute, and that's when I sort of decided that maybe that wasn't the greatest move I could have made. And it actually, I think the damage had already been done, and we ended in a 2-2 tie, but we both agreed to go into extras. And actually what you'll see me do here is actually check the player ratings, because I was kind of curious. So his goalkeeper is actually leading in terms of player of the match rating for this match. So I got to step it up. So right after we get a little bit lucky with the Aubameyang getting a nice goal in there. So we jump out to the lead now, and hopefully we can hold on to it. But no lead is safe with my defense, so I make a mistake there, look foolish there, and give Giovinco a pretty nice goal, man. So it makes me look pretty foolish, and gets the goal for the 3-3 tie, and it ends that way. So since we both agreed to PKs, we go straight into the penalty kicks, and it basically just came down to this. So I hit mine, and he messes up on his. Spoiler. So man of the match ended up being, unfortunately for me, Aubameyang, but I kind of knew this day was coming. So he beats the goalie out. He ends up getting man of the match. So that means we're going to be looking to upgrade, and we're actually going to meet our goal, or one of the goals that we set out to do. So we wanted to get an 80 at every position, and with Sal here, who will upgrade for Aubameyang, we'll actually be over our 80 at our striker. So it's sort of going to be up to me to sort of figure out what we're going to do if Sal ends up getting man of the match, which we'll sort of figure out in future episodes. But for now, we are upgrading Aubameyang for Sal. So hopefully Sal can continue to be successful for us, because Aubameyang was honestly one of the best players I have played with. The dude was an absolute beast. He was always behind the defense, was basically why I could even try that strategy and even come close to winning matches still. So it's definitely gonna be tough to figure a new strategy out and figure out what works and just how good Sal will be, because I've never played with him. So I sort of tried to figure out some chemistry, but it didn't really work out. So so we have our new squad put together. You guys can check it out. And that's it for episode number 9. So I'll see you guys in episode number 10 with a new strategy maybe. But for now, I'm out. So peace.